The art of life. Hi, welcome to another episode of Mastermind Bites. My name is Fong. I'm an entrepreneur, business strategist, real estate investor, speaker, and also a best-selling author. And every single day, I help others unlock the potentials and guide them to succeed. Today on Mastermind Bites, I get to feature another incredible individual. And the reason why I have this show is because over the last few years, I've been very fortunate and very honored and just been very, very lucky to be in the room of some amazing people, some masters of the skill set, celebrities, athletes, whatever it is. It's been so great to be able to learn from these people. And I just wanted to share some of those lessons learned to you. And today I get to feature somebody who's absolutely incredible, somebody who is a Golden Globe winner 6 times. He's an Academy nominee. Yeah, he's done so many great movies from Face Off to Bolt to Grease and Pulp Fiction. He's also the voice of Bolt in the Disney movie Bolt. He's an actor, singer, Broadway. He's done the trifecta of acting when it comes to movies, TV, and also Broadway. He went from a high school dropout to become an acting legend, and that is Mr. John Travolta. Now, meeting him was absolutely amazing because got to hear him speak, got to learn from him, got to really see what he is. And he's so down to earth. He's so low key. And he's one of those people who truly believes that the more wealth you accumulate, the more of who you are comes out. So he's always been very low key. He's always been very down to earth. And even with more money, he's still that type of person. He's still that person who is able to connect with you, talk to you, and kind of just be at the same level as you. He doesn't see himself as elevated. He doesn't see himself as this huge egotistical person. He's just so down to earth because that is truly who he is. And I really, really admire about him because it's one of those things that you kind of envision people who have that much success, who's been in acting for so long, who has that much celebrity to them, they become this other person. But he has always been that person who's still being so down to earth. And there's lots of people who actually say that. If you watch his interviews, if you watch him on stages, if you see him behind the scenes and all that kind of stuff, he's always been that person who's just the same person he's always been. Now, getting to hear him speak and also getting to meet him, there's a few things I want to share with you. He has a lot of great life lessons and just a whole wealth of knowledge I wanted to share with you today. There's 7 things, more than the 5 that I usually share, but these 7 things I thought was very, very important to our personal lives and also our business growth as well. Going through those 7 things, number 1, you have to do what you truly love. Number 2, you always have to be that person who performs, who believes that performance matters. You have to look at the quality of it. You have to be very in-depth as to what you actually truly want to do and make what you do great. Number 3 is that with each role, each project you do, you have to treat it like it's your last so that you're motivated, so that you're always giving your best and 100% on that project. Number 4, look at your mentors, look at your predecessors. What did they do? What did they pave the path for you with? Number 5, always dress well, dress sharp, look the part. Number 6 is that be that person who's positive, lift the spirits up of other people. And then finally, number 7, that is the art of life, understanding that life is an art, regardless of how much money you have or don't have. You can live life like an art. So going back to number 1, where he's talking about how important it is to do something you love. And when you're doing something that you love, you can fail at it. And if you fail at it, at least you gave it 100%. You gave it all you got, and it's something that you wanted to do. You love doing it so that you can always learn and grow from it. It's not as fun when you're doing that 100% and it's somebody else's idea and it's somebody else's dream and it's somebody else's thing that they love, because that's going to be even more terrible for you because you're going to feel like you let somebody down. So do stuff that you love, apply the skills that you have to something that you absolutely truly want to do and have passion in it, and be really, really intricate in how you deliver the results of what you're doing, and just be truly passionate and love what you do. And that was something he's constantly kind of repeated in all his interviews, in his talks, being able to truly believe in what you want to do and loving every single moment. Even if you fail, you still feel good because you gave it 100%. Number 2 is that performance matters. It's the quality. If you're in it for the money, if you're in it to become a celebrity, if you're in it for the wealth, then you're going to lose something. You're going to lose that quality. But if you focus on the quality, if you focus on the performance, if you focus on all the details, then all the other stuff will come and people will pay you for it. As long as you truly give it 100%, then you're able to create that quality. You're able to deliver that quality. You create a better cup, you have better beans, you have all that stuff that you've put into it will come out in the quality. And when the quality is there, people are willing to pay for it. People are willing to come to you. And that's when the wealth, that's when everything else will come into place. So never skip anything, never ever take shortcuts, give it 100% because performance matters. And he's been able to give his performance 100% of his efforts every single time. Number 3, each role that he took on is almost as if it's his last. Kind of like the performance matters. He truly believes that he has to give each performance 100% because it matters. And how does he do that? How does he motivate himself to be able to deliver that type of result and that type of quality? By imagining that role, that current role that he got is the very last time he's able to play that character and the very last time he's able to become an actor in the industry. When he treats it that way, he gives it 100%. He never thinks about, oh, if I take on this role, it's going to be big. If I take on this movie, it's going to be big. Every single time he took on something, he just gives it his all, and the quality is always there. That's why when you watch his movies, he has so many different types of genres, so many different types of characters, so many different types of personalities. It's absolutely incredible because he's put in 100% of his effort every single time, because he treats it as if it's his last project every single time. And for us, if we want to do that, we have to put our 100% effort in our projects, in our books, in our presentations, in our videos, and treat it as if it's the last one, because we're going to be motivated to give it all that we've got. Number 4 was look at your mentors, look at the predecessors. What did they do to pave the way for you? And he's giving a lot of credit to the Pacinos and the DeNiros for paving the path. And what he learned from those two is that if you take on a role, you have to dive into that role, do all the deep research, think of everything that you could think of, live that role so you could deliver the quality that you can deliver in that role. And when he watched De Niro do that, when he watched Pacino do that, he understood that, hey, I have the freedom to do the same thing and put in that type of effort and also that type of research into my roles. And that's why he's jumped into different roles, different characters, and he's given it all. He's given so much research, he's lived those lives and be able to really deliver that performance every single time. And that's how he was able to really kind of find the details that he needed to find to deliver great performances. Number 5, dress well, dress for the part, and look professional. From very early age, he wanted to look the part. He wanted to look professional. He wanted to look good. That's why he's always dressed very well. He's always presentable. He's also very professional every time you see him. And that's something we need to think about, because the very first impression is very important. As much as we don't want to judge people from the book cover or people from their first appearance, it's always that first moment that we come up with a judgment, that we come up with something. So why start off on a down note? Always dress the part, always go out there looking professional, dress well, be professional, dress sharp. And that's something he's always kind of articulated, and he's always presented himself as somebody who's dressed well from a very early age. Number 6, I believe, is to be able to live life positively. Lift the spirits up of everybody else around you. Everybody who's ever encountered John Travolta has said that he's lifted the life spirit in the room. He's lifted the spirit of every single person he's talked to. And that's because he's such a positive energy. He is one of those people who completely has no patience for negativity. There's no value in negativity. So he focuses on the positive. If there's challenges, he wants people to work together to achieve that common goal, to achieve that common result, to overcome challenges. He's been known as one of those people that if you're in a meeting with a whole bunch of people and there's a problem, the person who's being very negative, who doesn't seem like he's able to help, he would actually ask them to be removed from that room, because that person would actually keep them from advancing, keep them from finding out a solution. Therefore, he would ask that person to leave, because he truly believes that you have to be positive. You have to be able to have that mindset of working together, of having that ability to connect with people on a positive note and take away all the negative. And once you're able to take away all the negative, you're able to advance and grow and also become more and more successful. And as him as an example, he's really shown that that is absolutely something that you can do and be able to keep on adding value. Being able to add value and also positivity to the people around you will allow people to actually want to gravitate and work with you as well. And that's why so many people wants to work with John Travolta throughout the industry and whichever projects he's in, because he has that type of energy. And when it comes to positivity, you also want to be really focused on what you truly want, going back to number one, doing what you love, and be able to express and communicate with those people who may or may not believe or support you in that endeavor. You have to talk to them from a positive standpoint, explain it to them, kind of discuss it with them so that you can all get on the same page. And he used an example about him talking to his father about being an actor. He goes, well, you may or may not want me to be an actor, but you know what? I'm not going to be a scholar. So I either become an actor or I'm moving luggage at the airport. So what do you think? And sure enough, his dad was okay with him becoming an actor, and he became a great actor at that. Another example he brought up is people who says, oh, I really want to learn the violin, but their parents want them to be an accountant. Well, you could tell them that, you know what, I could be an accountant, but I may not be happy for the rest of my life. What would you like? So you have to explain it to them, but you always go from a positive standpoint and bring in that energy and not bring things down from a negative standpoint. And then finally, number 7 is the art of life. Understanding how to live life like art. It really doesn't matter whether you have money, no money, lots of wealth, little wealth, whatever it is, you could always look at life from an artistic standpoint. He was giving this great example about, okay, how about do you enjoy coffee? If you do, why don't you go and find your favorite cup of coffee? How much is that? Maybe a couple of bucks. Now, are you able to put that coffee in one of your favorite cups or one of your favorite mugs? How much is that? Maybe a couple bucks for that mug. And it's not that expensive. Now, are you able to buy a tray? Probably a couple bucks at the dollar store. So you put that coffee with your favorite coffee in it on that tray. Are you able to buy a muffin? Maybe a muffin's $2-3. Put that onto the tray. Are you able to buy a really small vase and put a flower in it? That's only a few bucks as well. And then are you able to take that to your loved ones, your spouse, your husband, your friend, whoever it is, and make them feel like $1 million? Just that alone is the art of life. You're able to add value from a positive standpoint. You're able to change people's lives. And that doesn't cost a lot. He's actually bought gifts for his sisters, and he never told them how much he paid. He never told them what store those dresses came from, but his sisters loved those dresses or loved those clothes because it was how they felt in it. And they were able to change their demeanor. They were able to go out there and impact people in those clothes, and they wore them until the very end. But in reality, it was only like a $20 shirt or $20 dress from another place that's not very high end. But the thing is, it's just the art of life. You don't have to look at it from a wealth standpoint. And he's done that masterfully. And those are the 7 things that I really wanted to share with you because it really hit me in a very, very positive light, something that I could apply to my daily life from a personal standpoint and also a business standpoint as well. So going to recap those 7 things, number 1 is doing something that you truly love. And when you fail at it, at least you gave it all. And basically you still believe that you can still do it. So give it all, do something that you love. Number 2, performance matters, quality matters. So make sure that you spend the time, do the research, and give it 100%. Number 3 is that with each role, each project that you have, imagine that it is the last time you're able to do it, and therefore you want to be motivated to do it the best way that you can do it. Number 4, look at your mentors, look at your coaches, see what the predecessors has done, and how can you use that to help you proceed in your goals and your journey. Number 5, dress the part, look the part, and look professional, look sharp, because that will bring in the confidence, that will bring in the quality that you will be able to put out as well. Number 6 is that be there positively, lift the spirits up of everybody else, and that is when other people will come to you. They want to work with you, have no time, no patience for negativity. And finally, number 7, that is living the life like an art. How do you live life like an art piece? And when you're able to do that, you're going to be able to actually appreciate all the little things in life, whether it's with lots of wealth or with little wealth. You're able to appreciate life as it should be, like a piece of art. So those are the 7 things I thought was very, very great to learn from Mr. Travolta here. And I apply it to my life every single day. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode of Mastermind Bites with John Travolta. And if you did, please go back and watch some of the other episodes on Mastermind Bites. And if you like this show, we have a lot of other shows, the Peak Potential Success Show, the Unlocking the Mind Behind Make More Work Less, and of course, the Make More Mind Bites that's up every single week. Thank you very much for your time, your views, your likes, your comments. I love seeing those comments. Thank you for your subscriptions. And if you haven't done it yet, please subscribe. And until next time, today is the day to lock your peak potential. I'll see you later.